Let's say you gave me $1,000 as an investment, and I told you that you have one of two options on how I can pay you back. Option one is I keep your money for 3 months, and then I'll give you your money back plus $100. Option two is I keep your money for 10 years, and at the end of that 10 years, I will give you your money back plus $90. That wouldn't make any sense, right? You'd expect that the longer that I keep your money, the more return you would get on your investment. Well, this exact scenario has just happened with the US government. The government issues treasury bonds that can get you a near guaranteed return on your investment. Typically, the longer that the maturity date is, the higher your return will be. And that's called the yield curve. When the yield curve becomes inverted, meaning that you can make a higher return in the short term than you can in the long term, it means that the economy will most likely perform worse than it does today. The yield curve can become inverted at multiple points along the graph. For example, if the 10-year treasury bond doesn't yield as much as a 5-year treasury bond, then you have an inverted yield curve. But arguably, that's not that extreme of a case. But the big news that just happened is that the 3-month treasury bond is now yielding higher returns than the 10-year treasury bond, meaning that the data is showing us that a storm is coming. Now, this can be good news or bad news depending on who you are. If you're a normal person, it's bad news. This indicator of an inverted yield curve has successfully predicted every recession since the 50s, and it means that a recession is within 6 to 9 months away. Now, if you already do think that we are in a recession, it basically just means that we will start feeling the pain of the recession more tangibly in that 6 to 9 month window. Businesses will stop hiring people, there'll be potential layoffs. I mean, look at the unemployment rate. It's very cyclical, and right now we are at pretty much an all-time low. So what's the next logical direction for unemployment to go? Probably up. Now, if you're on Wall Street or you're an investor, there's a chance that this could actually be good news because it means that we are probably nearing the end of the Fed continuing to raise interest rates. The Fed has been raising rates to slow the economy down, and now that you can get a higher return on a 3-month bond than you can a 10-year bond, it's a pretty good sign that they're doing their job and that it's working. So what we'll probably end up seeing is smaller jumps in interest rate hikes, and once investors feel like we're getting to the very top, about to tip over, then that's probably when the stock market will actually start performing very well. Maybe. We also might see a slight decline in mortgage rates once we get to this point as well. Are we going to see sub 3% mortgage rates anytime soon? I highly doubt it. I'd even be surprised if we see sub 4%. But hopefully it at least brings some relief to buyers right now, especially first-time home buyers who keep getting put through the ringer with this housing market. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to drop a comment down below. I read all of them. I'm really bad about responding, but I do read all of them. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.